Welcome to this tutorial on exit conditions for Qcaid strategies. In previous videos, we've seen how to enter orders and how to close positions. In this video, I will show you different ways of introducing stop and take profit mechanisms, that is, different ways of closing the position in terms of profit or loss. We will start from the RSI strategy used in many of our other tutorials to demonstrate several examples. To see these examples, we'll start from the RSI strategy created in previous videos. We can create a copy of the strategy in which to perform the modifications by right-clicking on it and selecting the option on the menu. Once the new strategy is open, let's take a closer look at the order element. All order elements have built-in stop, take profit, and trailing stop subordinate orders, which are disabled by default. Double-click on any of them to enable it and select the mode in which the triggered price will work. When the original order is filled, the stop will be placed at the distance from the price at which it was filled. In price mode, this is a fixed price difference. We can configure this value as a variable. To do this, we create a variable which must be of decimal type. And then we select it as the stop value. We can select a value for the take profit in the same way. If we choose the percentage option, the value we choose will work as the maximum detrimental percentage change in the instrument's price since the order was filled. These values are independent in regards to the size of the order. The trailing stop also has price and percentage modes, but this selection only applies to the trailing value. The trailing profit target is always indicated in price. A trailing stop is a profit protection feature that triggers once the order's profit surpasses the trailing profit target value. Once activated, the stop will trigger once the profit goes down from the maximum profit achieved by an amount determined by the trailing value. In price mode, this is a fixed value. In percentage mode, this is a fraction of the maximum profit. With each price update, if the maximum profit from the order has increased, the trailing stop will be repositioned at a new price. Subordinate orders are activated only when the originating order receives a fill, partial or full. More than one subordinate order can be enabled for each order element. In such a case, when one of the subordinate orders get filled, the others are automatically cancelled. If we want to stop or take profit at a price that is the result of a calculation instead of a predefined value, we can set up rules for closing a position that depend on the P&L of the position. To create this kind of rules, we can use the trade profit element, which outputs the current position's P&L. We can also use the ATR from the volatility indicator folder to build a rule based on volatility. Let's insert a rule to close the position if the earnings per share are more than twice the ATR. We must obtain the profit per share to compare it with the ATR. To do this, we'll use the product operator that allows us to multiply and divide numeric entries in order to divide the profit by the position size. To get twice the ATR, we use the product operator and multiply it by the static value, 2 in this case. Next, we connect a comparator in order to detect when the profit per share is greater than or equal to 2 times the ATR. Since we want to close a position when either the previously existing condition or this new one occur, we connect them with the OR operator. We remove the previous connection, add the OR operator, and connect the two rules that will control the closing of the position. To place a stop condition in a similar way, we must bear in mind that losses are presented as negative profit values. We want to look for the moment when losses are worse than 1.5 times the ATR, so we multiply the ATR by a static value of minus 1.5. Then we place a comparator to detect the moment when the profit is lower, since it will be a negative value, than minus 1.5 times the ATR. Finally, we connect this rule to the OR operator as a new position closing condition. Once saved, we have a strategy ready to close positions based on profit, both through specific rules and by using subordinate orders. This is all in respect to exit orders. We recommend watching our other tutorials to discover more possibilities on logic creation in Qcaid. Thank you and see you in the next video.